too many cakes here. Go on, off you go. Hi guys, welcome back to F1 Podcast. Pep, last week we saw the race in Monza. Another victory for Rubens Barrichello and the boys at Brawn. Yeah, what's all this? Okay, good. Didn't get that, but I saw him do it about 3 times.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Gotta love him. He was excited. Probably thinks he's Robin Hood. Who knows? But it's now pretty obvious, mate, that it's a 2-horse race.
Yeah, Red Bull's gone, mate.
Yeah,
and we knew that. I think a Grand Prix or 2 ago, it was getting ugly
tougher
with Red Bull, but it's all Brawn now. It's either Rubens or Jensen for the title.
Yeah, I agree with that. Pity for Red Bull. Interesting that Dieter Matisic came out and said basically it was the crap Renault engines that have dudded us. But I also think it's a case of that when Button has been going through his lean period, that Red Bull potentially didn't capitalise as much as they probably should have done when Jensen was finishing out of the points. Mark Webber, for example, finished 2 races in 9th position, no points.
Don't get me started on Webber and Monza, Max.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys watch Monza and see Webber go off just after Curva Grande and just, getting punted by Robert Kubica and just think, Pep and Max aren't going to be too happy about that. Well, let me tell you, I wasn't too bloody happy about that. I couldn't believe it that Webber was out of Monza so quickly.
Yeah.
I was gutted.
It's a shame. It's a great circuit, as we know. It's a fantastic track, steeped in history. But well done to Rubens, and it was good to see Button back up on the podium again. But yeah, to me, it's a 2-horse race.
It is, mate. And the other thing that I liked about Monza was the fact that Lewis was pushing to the very end.
He was pushing all right.
He did what I've done many times, which is just put one wheel off at the first Lesmo and you're gone, mate. I know what that's like. You just get one wheel off and you're gone.
Yeah, but he did it on the last lap. You do it about 15 times in Grand Prix like I do, mate.
Yeah, it was good to see. It was good to see Monza in all its glory, Max. I really enjoyed the race. And now, as you say, mate, it's going to be Rubens or Jensen to be world champion.
Yep.
And it's going to be Jensen. And that's it, mate.
That's
Red Bulls are gone.
All right, mate. Your thoughts on the iconic Lotus brand coming back to Formula One? The last time we saw Lotus in Formula One, Pep, was in 1994, and here they are back again with Malaysian government sponsorship.
Yeah, we've got the Malaysian government, we've got some Malaysian private sponsors as well, and I'm not normally a fan of people buying names and saying, well, now we're Lotus, when really they're not.
They're not.
But let's put that aside for a minute and just say that I love the Lotus name. It always reminds me of Ayrton. It always reminds me of the 97T, the 98T, that black Lotus. When it went yellow, I wasn't such a big fan, Max, when they went the Camel Lotus. But all jokes aside, it's a great brand. It's steeped in history in Formula One, and I'm pleased to see it back, mate.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait to see the livery of the thing. Actually, I'd be very interested to see what they come up with. I hope it doesn't become a nationalistic sort of livery, if you know what I mean, like a Malaysian.
Oh God, no.
Style livery.
No, please not.
It'd be nice to just have the Lotus brand and some minor sponsors on it. But we will see. But
that's great. It's good stuff.
All right, so we've now got 13 teams on the grid for 2010. So there's 26 cars. However, BMW have now been bought by, I think it's Qadbak or Qadbak or something or other.
Yes.
And Peter Sauber has stuck his hand up and said, I'm happy to be team principal if I'm needed.
I knew Peter was doing something, Max. For the last month or so, I thought, Peter Sauber, he's on his mobile phone, he's on his BlackBerry, whatever, and he's making calls, he's doing deals, and he's making sure that the people in Hinwell are going to get a good deal. Because even though he's taken a step back when BMW took over, he still cares about those people in Hinwell,
He sure does.
Not so much about the Munich people, but the Hinwell people. Oh, they're his people, Max.
They're close to his bosom, Pep. I just wanted to say bosom, but they're close to it. I guess BMW or the new incarnation of putting a submission together to ask the other teams whether or not they would accept them on the grid. So we could potentially have 28 cars.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on having 28 cars on the grid?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I mean, I've got no problems with a few more cars on the grid, and you know, I don't see a problem with it at all, really.
Yeah,
And
I think it'd be great.
and I think you know, Qadbak, whatever they're called, what they've got is state of the art facilities. It's much like when Braun bought Honda. You're getting an F1 team that's ready to go, that's got very good facilities. So
You're getting the infrastructure, aren't you?
exactly. So why not? And a few extra cars, I've got no problems with at all, Max. The grid could use a few more cars, so you know, bring it on.
Yep, totally agree.
All right, guys, let us know what you think. We've got Singapore Grand Prix next, the next night, the night race, Max.
How ironic that we've been talking about Renault, and this is where all the drama started 1 year ago. But yeah, the second night race. The first one, as we know, was won by Fernando Alonso under what we can now term some dubious circumstances. But it's going to be good going back to Singapore for another night race.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first race, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Indeed.
And so leave us your comments, and we'll see you soon for the next video, guys.
All right, guys. Catch ya.
See ya.
Yeah.